Welcome to Part 3 of the hearing section, known as Prehearing Development or Getting Your Ducks in a Row. By now, you should have already completed your request for hearing and disability report appeal. At this point, most people, including some attorneys, consider themselves finished, but you should not. There's a lot more you can do to help your claim, and we'll show you how in this video. You'll discover what's typically overlooked in the claims process, and we'll share insider tips for you to use, which will dramatically increase the chances your claim will be approved. Here's what we'll cover in this section. You'll learn about the various ways to speed up your claim by having it considered a critical case. We'll share why continued treatment is so important to your claim. We explain why your prescriptions for assistive devices must be documented in your medical records, along with your limitations from your disability. You'll find out about the letter you'll receive from the hearing office, which informs you that your claim is ready to be assigned to a judge for a hearing. We'll also show you how to order your medical records in preparation for your hearing. In addition, we'll go over the importance of preparing medical source statements, witness statements, and how to submit any additional evidence. We'll also discuss an on-the-record request and what to expect in your hearing notice. Now, let's get started. The first thing you'll receive is confirmation that your appeal was received by the hearing office. This is a letter the hearing office will send you confirming that your file has been received by the local Office of Disability Adjudication and Review, also known as the hearing office. At this point, you'll no longer be dealing with the Social Security branch office, but with the hearing office directly. The contact information for your particular hearing office will be listed on the confirmation letter. Any changes to your contact information, such as address or telephone number, should be called in to the hearing office as soon as possible. It's extremely important that the hearing office be able to contact you at all times. This letter will also include instructions on how to submit any new documents relating to your disability. Along with the letter, you'll receive a barcode. Using the barcode the hearing office provides, you will ensure your evidence is submitted properly and processed into your file quickly. There are only a few specific instances where you can speed up the processing of your hearing. These are known as critical cases. Critical cases include dire need, wounded warrior, terminal illness, compassionate allowance, or if you are suicidal or homicidal. Please be aware that not everyone will qualify as a critical case. The most common way to speed up the hearing process is to request a dire need. Dire need is considered being without or unable to obtain food, medicine, or shelter. Being without at least one of these must also pose an immediate threat to either your health or safety. Social Security will need some form of proof in order to process your claim as a dire need. Let's say you just received an eviction notice. You could send a copy of the eviction notice to the hearing office as proof of your inability to obtain shelter. A disconnect notice from a utility company would also be proof, as water and electricity are considered basic needs. A cable television or internet disconnect notice would not apply. If you are homeless, you would be considered a dire need because you do not have food or shelter. Send a letter to the hearing office letting them know you are homeless and would like your hearing scheduled as soon as possible. Another example that qualifies as dire need is being unable to get proper medical care. Let's say your doctor has requested certain medical procedures that they feel are necessary to treat your condition. However, either your insurance company has denied the treatment or you don't have the insurance to cover it. If this happens, you can submit a letter from your doctor stating why the procedures are important to your treatment and why they're not available to you. The second way to speed up a case is called the Wounded Warrior Program. If you are or were a military service member who became disabled while on active duty on or after October 1, 2001, regardless of where the disability occurs, you would be eligible for an expedited case. You must submit proof of how you were injured as a result of active duty. For detailed instructions on what evidence you will need and how to request it from the Veterans Administration, go to the resource section of this course and look for Wounded Warrior. The third dire need category is terminal illness. A letter from your doctor stating your diagnosis and that you are terminal would need to be submitted along with any medical records which show your diagnosis. You'll need to send the doctor's letter and a copy of the medical records to the hearing office, along with a request that your hearing be expedited.